Buen dia. Hey guys, Sarah Lingadish here. It's another edition of the Weekend Feels Energy Report from Madeira with love. I'm here with you guys today on this extremely powerful, potent eclipse, partial eclipse, full moon in Sagittarius happening today, June 5th, 2020. So guys, we are entering a major portal. Okay, eclipse energy is here it's a wild card. It's like a lightning bolt. It's unpredictable and its effects will have a residual effect over the next 6-month period. So whatever is coming up for you now, and we've had a very intense week. I'm sure everyone has been feeling high emotions, tons of information overload, confusion, sadness, grief, anger, everything. It's been very intense time in our collective consciousness, okay? And this has been part of this build to this incredibly potent moment in time we're living. So this eclipse is here as an opening. We are entering a massive change. I mean, we've been changing the whole year. We've been in transformation the whole year. But now we are getting smacked upside the head even more to help us with our change and transformation. Okay? Eclipses shine light in the darkness, in the shadow. It exposes the repressed. It exposes the stuff that we didn't quite see before. It's also a potent moment to understand what's actually there that we have been denying, suppressing, avoiding. Eclipses are here because we can no longer suppress. We need to shine a light in the darkness and see what's actually happening. Okay? So this first eclipse, we have 3 eclipses in this summer season. We have today, the partial lunar eclipse. We have on the 21st, on the solstice, we have a total solar eclipse. And then we have another lunar on July 5th. So this is really the opening of a pretty big portal. And eclipses are very karmic in nature. They're like a super powered energy climax buildup, okay? We already have a full moon, and you guys already know full moons are an intensification of the energy. It's a shining of the light on what was previously unseen. So this eclipse is like a powerhouse full moon, okay? So it's like an intensified version of a full moon. So we have this eclipse happening in the full moon in Sagittarius, okay? This is quite significant for many reasons, okay? But first of all, I just want to say that eclipses are always quite karmic in nature because they join up with the nodes of the moon, okay? The nodes of the moon are the points in the sky between the ecliptical, the passage of the sun and the moon, where the sun and the moon cross in the solar system. Those are the nodes of the moon, okay? And those nodes of the moon, we call them, the north node is the destiny, our destiny, and the south node is our past, karmic past. So all eclipses touch on these nodes of the moon. So this particular eclipse is quite intense because we've just had the nodes of the moon shift into the sign of Sagittarius, south node, the past, north node in Gemini. Okay, so what does this mean? We have this eclipse in Sagittarius. Well, first of all, let's look at Sagittarius, the archetype. Sagittarius is the adventurer, the traveler, the seeker of truth. Sagittarius is a mutable fire energy that's always wanting to go and explore new lands, travel, adventure, and find the truth. Sagittarius is looking for the truth. It points its arrow in the direction and it goes to find out the truth. Sagittarius rules philosophy, big ideas, religion, dogma. So huge concepts, worldviews, okay? But now we have Sagittarius is our south node. So this eclipse is focusing on what we really need to let go of, okay? And what we really are letting go of right now and what is being exposed right now is the philosophies, the dogma, the beliefs, the dynamics of the mental concepts that are outdated. And let's be real, a lot of our concepts, our worldview, the way we behave in the world is completely outdated philosophy. And we are in that massive awakening transformation of transforming our past views that no longer serve, the patriarchy, the dynamics of power and control that need to shift. So we're really letting go of old systems of belief that no longer serve us. Okay, so this has been really apparent this week with this whole situation in the States. Okay, it's shining this very big light on the fact that there's just so much still repressive bullshit, let's just say it, bullshit going on where people are still being oppressed because of who they are. People are still being murdered and having violent acts made against them because of who they are. But what's really interesting is I'm gonna leave you guys a link because I listened to this amazing astrologer Rick explain why the States is going through this from an astrological point of view. I will not be able to sum it up as eloquently as he has, but basically the States is having a massive overhaul, and the United States of America is actually an ascendant Sagittarius. So I'm gonna post the link at the bottom so you guys can listen to him if you're curious to find out why this is happening right now in the States, because it's just incredible the way he explains it. Anyways, all this to say, I mean, it's not just what's going on in the States, okay? People are oppressed and murdered and people are fucked over every day of the year in many countries. And, you know, many of that information we don't even get. So we're just having this immense overload of information, so we're getting all the information of what's actually happening. We're seeing the suppression, we're seeing the repression, we're seeing the violence. But people, this is happening every day, and there's countries all over the world where people are murdered every day for being who they are. So, but the point being, our collective is really triggered, okay? Our collective, Mars is in Pisces right now. And Pisces is collective energy. So we are really feeling what other people are feeling. And whatever we've been suppressing, repressing, whatever traumas we have, we're now exposing them as well. Like, everyone can relate on some level with oppression. Everyone can relate with violence on some level. So traumas that we've been suppressing or denying or trying to avoid are really coming to the surface. This is such an emotionally charged moment. We are in deep pain. There's so much trauma that needs to be processed collectively and individually. And, you know, we are being so triggered because we also have this really intense square aspect to Mars. Mars is the warrior. Mars is our passion, our drive, our aggression, our fight, our courage, our strength. And we're being totally triggered right now. At the exact same time of this potent eclipse, full moon in Sag, we have an exact challenge with Mars in Pisces, with Neptune in Pisces. So we have Mars, warrior, and we have Neptune, the magical, mystical magician who also creates confusion and escapism and illusion, we have both of those influences happening at the exact same time. If we were only having an eclipse full moon in Sagittarius, which is in the south node, focusing on what we need to release, it would be hella intense. But we have even more happening. We have this square to Mars. So people like violence, aggression, frustration, anger, active anger and trauma is coming to the surface because it needs to be addressed. It needs to be healed. It needs to be seen. It needs to be witnessed. Justice needs to be acknowledged. We can no longer keep our suppression, our repression pent up within. Like, we need to express it. We need to expose the shit that doesn't work. So whatever is coming up for you, it could be very intense, okay? Whatever is coming up for you, it's coming up for you to address. The pain is here to make you aware. The pain is here for you to let go, release. We are transforming. Our entire system is transforming. We no longer support these old, outdated views and systems. We are letting go. We are letting go of that, and we are reinventing our new reality. And with our North Node focus in Gemini, we are curious, we want to learn, and we want new ideas. We want a new system. We want to transform our entire world as we know it. We are transforming our entire world. But this moment in time is particularly painful. It's particularly potent because it doesn't work, and we've been repressing and suppressing and swallowing and holding back for so long. So this transformation is extremely painful, but this moment in time is extremely important for us to process our traumas, our emotions, our feelings, and to really see what doesn't work and to let go and purge and release what no longer serves us. Right now, we are really collectively triggered. We're really feeling everything with this Pisces energy. Pisces feels everything. It's mutable water. It feels the collective, and it wants to help, and it wants to be solid, like in solidarity. It wants to support, and yet we can get caught up in drama. We can get caught up in anger. We can get caught up in the collective rage, the collective sadness, the collective whatever is happening. So we really need to be mindful and pay attention to our own boundaries, because let's be real, people. What's happening is the world order. The world as we've known it is shifting power dynamics. We are in the midst of a massive retrograde season. One of the planets retrograding is Pluto, which deals with power and control dynamics and transformation. Pluto is with Jupiter. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius in Capricorn. Under review, we're transforming our power control dynamics. And this is going to be massive change. We are doing it right now. It is happening. But this is not fun. It's not comfortable. But it needs to happen. It needs to happen. So we're being really collectively triggered. We're feeling all kinds of stuff. So what's really happening is our masculine, the divine masculine is really being triggered. Our warrior is being triggered massively. But the beauty to be found in this incredibly potent moment is that Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of optimism, of abundance, of luck, of joy. And Jupiter is saying, Sagittarius has this incredible gift of having deep, divine faith. in knowing it's going to work out. So what we want to do is tap into that incredible faith, that incredible deep knowing, that understanding that although it seems so dire and dark and challenging and confusing, we're so confused. Neptune is causing us to not understand what is going on. We don't see the full picture. We're in a cloud, okay? We're in the mist. But instead of going down the route of fighting back, violence begets violence. Anger creates more anger. So how can we transmute this very deep, passionate energy that we're all feeling? We want to tap into that brilliant, beautiful, divine masculine power that we all possess, regardless of gender, regardless of who you are. We all possess the higher octave of that divine masculine warrior, which is strength, which is assertiveness, which is a deep knowing and taking action when you need to take action, and being a warrior in the right way, for the good, for serving. So this is such an intense moment in time, but what we want to look at right now is transforming, transmuting, where we feel powerless, and taking that time to look within and sitting with those deep and hard emotions that are coming to the surface. Everything that's coming up is fuel to be used. We are here to transform. We are transforming. We're in the biggest transformation in the history of humanity. So it's not an easy time. 2020, 2021, guys, this is not an easy time. But we all need to be present. We all need to be tapping into our power, our inner power sources, because we have the power to transmute, to transform those feelings, those traumas, to heal that wound, to heal where we've suppressed ourselves, to heal that and to come back with a strength and a power and a knowing where we can do the right thing, we can say the right thing, we can be that beautiful warrior that we are, that higher level of warrior, okay? In order to instigate change, in order to not just close our heart because we've been wounded and we see injustices, but to remain on the path of healing our hearts, healing our wounds, of allowing ourselves to feel whatever we feel, because everything we feel is valid. Everything you've been through, everything you feel is completely understandable. No one can say what you have been through isn't valid, no matter what you've been through. But the pain is here to make us aware, and when we are aware, we can transform, and we can heal, and we can allow what doesn't serve us to go, and we can become leaders for our future generations. And we can do what's best for ourselves, we can do what's best for everyone. Okay? By staying and listening and being caring, compassionate, kind with ourselves. God dang. Eclipses are all about letting go, release, purging, let it go. Okay? People, if you have mutable energy, if you have high energy in Sag, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces, this moment in time is hella intense. Mutables being triggered up the yin-yang, okay? Mutable energy is being shaken up massively. So wherever you see in your chart any of those four energies, that's what's really transforming. That's what's pushing you towards your evolution, okay? Remember, Neptune is in a challenging place, but what's beautiful about Neptune being here is that we can use Neptune's incredible higher spiritual realms to go on a journey within. This is an incredible time to be with yourself, to go within, to understand what you're feeling, to write, to journal, to cry, to let go. Whatever's coming up, like, you got to get it out. Like, we are being triggered to express what's inside. The shadow is exposed, whether you like it or not, whether you're comfortable or not. We're transforming. It's happening. There's no going back. We're in the portal. We are here to evolve. Okay? Gosh, so much is going on. I mean, that's what I want to say to you. That's really what I want to say to you. This is not an easy time. I pulled some cards. I pulled a lot of cards. And they were all quite powerful, potent cards. Interestingly, I pulled 10 of Swords again. Last week I pulled 10 of Swords. Pain, endings. It's time to release. It's time to surrender. It's time to let that pain come to the surface so it can be healed. And we have that really beautiful healing potential right now. Okay? Fascinating. I pulled the Four of Cups reversed. It's introspection, time to go within. What are you feeling? Take some time for yourself, for God's sakes. We need you to not be exhausted. If you're tired, you need to rest, because the powers that are still wanting to oppress us want you to be weak, want you to be exhausted. So are you going to do that? Are you going to exhaust yourself so you can't do the right thing, so you can't be aware, so you can't process the importantness of this moment? No. You need to take care of yourself, because we need to rise. We need our power. We need our hearts to be healed. This war doesn't win. We don't win with violence. We don't win with aggression. We win with awareness. We win with our hearts healed, doing the right thing. The light is beginning to win, but it's a painful process. Three of Swords, heartbreak, grief. Guys, feel your feels. Allow yourself to feel your feels. Like, I mean, it's happening. It's all happening. It's so intense. And then on the Osho side, sorrow. We're sad. There's a lot of grief. There's a lot of sadness. The pain is not here to make you sad. The pain is to make you aware. The pain shows you what you're working with, what you're transmuting. Projections. We don't see people clearly. We don't understand the other's point of view. There's so many opinions going on. Everyone's very extreme. We don't see clearly other people. We don't see clearly what's going on. So just, is what you're seeing a reflection of what's real, or is it just a reflection of what you want to see, of what you're processing? So be gentle, be kind, first with yourself and with others. People are in deep transformation, deep pain, deep suffering, deep traumas are being processed. Pivotal moment of change. And finally, new vision. We are creating a new reality. We are creating a new world. And we need all of you to take care of yourselves so that we can all do it. We need each individual, unique, higher self, higher warrior energy to create and birth this new reality. Potent, powerful, intense as beep. So guys, please take care of yourselves. Be aware this weekend there might be a lot of strong emotions, a lot of tension, a lot of frustration, a lot is happening. Everybody's processing it differently. Everyone's on different levels of their consciousness. Everyone is on a different level of their awareness. Please take care of yourselves. Take some time to go within, listen to your soul, listen to your heart, listen to what you need. You are so loved. You are so needed. We are getting through this. We will get through this. I'm sending you so much love, guys. Okay? Please take care of yourselves. Beijinhos. Fica muito bem. Guys, I'm taking this weekend to myself to process this whole craziness. I am pure mutable. I've got mega mutable energy, so I am just going through a lot. But please reach out to me if you are interested in working with me, if you want me to look at your natal chart, if you have some specific questions to work through. I can potentially help you make sense of what the beep is going on, okay? Beijinhos. Muito amor. Ciao. See you next week.